Hello everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video we'll be going through an unboxing of the high grade 1-144 Gundam Rose. And the Gundam Rose, for those who aren't too familiar with it, is out of Mobile Fighter G Gundam. And this particular kit, released this year being 2023, by good old Bandai. Now, getting it straight out there right now, it's a monochromatic type of front box. It is P Bandai, and I think a lot of the G Gundam mobile suits have been P Bandai thus far. So we've had this one. I think the Maxter's definitely P Bandai. Obviously the G Gundam wasn't, the Master Gundam wasn't, but yeah, a lot of these extra suits are running the P Bandai route, but oh well, these things happen. Anyway, what do we expect to see with the latest iteration of the Gundam Rose, given it has been a while? So front of the box we have a nice shot of the Gundam Rose there on the far right, and then a bit more of an animated shot of the Rose there as well, with its funnels deployed. Definitely looking very, very cool, given it's pretty much now a modernized take on the Gundam Rose. I think the last time it had a release was probably back in the 90s. It's going back some time. Now, even though I said this is P Bandai, how about some non-P Bandai like box detailing? So we have a shot of the Rose front and back. We do have some commentary about its gimmicks. So it does have some Rose bits that it can deploy, and it also seems to have a deployable cape shield. Now, I didn't believe it actually had that. I usually don't read these blurbs, but I might read this one. Mobile Fighter G Gundam series director Yashiro Imagawa created unique gimmicks exclusively for this plastic model kit. The dedicated effect parts and action base can be combined to create displays where the Rose bits and cape-shaped shield are deployed simultaneously. Well, there you go. That is very cool. I don't believe it did in the anime, but if it's been something specifically created for the model, that is cool. And speaking of the model, contents of the set. So we'll have the Rose, all its included accessories. Looks like we'll have an action base, the Rose bits, of course, and then effect parts for the shield and the Rose bits. So to be honest, this is actually a very action-packed, filled kit. Very cool. I do like that. Probably making up for the fact that it's P Bandai. Other side is pretty much the usual P Bandai styling, as is the other side of the box. So, now that we've had a look at the box, especially with that little interesting bit at the very bottom, which is quite cool to look at and read out aloud, unusual, but pretty cool. Time to open up the box, have a better look at the manual and the inclusions. And with everything out of the box, pretty much standard P Bandai manual, it's pretty much going straight into the thick of it. We do have a color guide here on the front though, for anyone who was curious. White, blue, red and yellow, grey, dark blue and metallic green. Just to give a quick summary of the colors. We do have a parts list as well, which will also include things like the extra Action Base 5 set, which typically doesn't come with these sets, but we were very lucky that it did. Okay, pretty much starting with the waist unit, looking pretty good. Then the head, which will actually have a good amount of color separation, which is very cool. Going through the right arm and the left arm, both the legs, the waist, the typical build, and pretty much a side skirting, and the weapon, which will pretty much holster straight to the side, and then the non-symmetrical shoulder pads. Very cool. Backpack, or more to the point, the core lander, the action base instructions as well, at least those applicable to the set, and then going through some of the weapons, weapon equipment, and then followed by how to actually use some of these on the actual action base as well. And then we do have a quick little step on how to detach the core lander. So, a lot of interesting gimmicks for the Gundam Rose. We do have a very small sticker sheet, which is very cool. Now, I recorded the Death Scythe Hell unboxing prior to this, so it's a nice relief to see a much more smaller sticker sheet. Okay, those are the runners. Single A runner in a white, it's actually not a multicolor runner. In fact, most of these runners are not going to be multicolor, if not all of them actually. So A runner in white. We do have some very nice detailing here, which isn't too bad. And I do like how some of these parts even have the open cutout. Very cool. So that was the A runner. We have the B runner in what I hazard as a bit of a dark grey. Most of it's going to be joints. I also see some hand manipulators there as well. Looks like probably two different styles. We do have a open fist as well. Well, open hand. C runner still in a dark grey. I think these are bits of the rose bit funnels and things like that, given that some of these things look like thrusters. D runner in a nice golden yellow. Very interesting with all these random cutouts as well. E runner in blue. So part of the shielding, obviously more parts of armor as well, but that does look very cool. F runner in red. Feet, parts of the legs, and I suspect these are definitely going to be the rose funnels. No idea how color accurate they're going to be. Time will definitely tell on that. We have a small G runner in a dark blue. Don't know how well that's going to come on the camera. And then lastly, at least for the Gundam Rose, we have an H runner with the translucent sky blue, clear blue, either, with the effect parts for the shield and the rose funnels. Very cool. It is very cool that we get this. I know it's P Bandai, I kind of wish it wasn't, but having some of these extra inclusions does make the P Bandai tag a little bit more palatable. And we also get an SB6 beam saber effect in a nice translucent light blue, and these are the older star ones, which are the shorter beam effect, as well as being the circular base. If it actually comes into view, there we go. So that's the SB6. Now, as for the Action Base 5, which I have looked at a few times on separate videos, so we have the main Action Base 5 runner itself in a very nice translucent blue. Definitely goes with the theme. And then we have the base component as well, still in that translucent blue. So very much geared towards the Gundam Rose. And that brings us to the end of the unboxing of the High Grade 12144 Gundam Rose. Looks like it will be a very interesting kit. I'm surprised that there has been a lack of multicolor runners, but it does make things easier. In fact, the fact we've got to runner H, technically G if you want to think of it just the main build itself. So we do have a nice variety of color separated parts, so that'll definitely be good. The smaller sticker sheet obviously does give me a bit more comfort that color correcting will not be as bad. Very cool that we do get the bonus effect parts and the action base. Does, as I mentioned earlier, make the P Bandai tag and price point as well a little bit more palatable, given that it would have been infinitely better if this was a standard retail release. Appreciate G Gundam is probably not to the same level of awareness, I guess I'll say, as Gundam Wing, because they came out around the 90s. Seed Destiny, granted they came out later, so it was definitely a very interesting time when Gundam was hitting the Western audiences as opposed to the Eastern. But either way, here we are. At least we're finally getting some modernized high-grade kits. Can't please everyone, but hey, I'm happy with what we're getting, even if it does take time. It's okay. Anyway, pretty much leaving things there, at least from the unboxing perspective. Thank you very much for watching this unboxing video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the video. Well, channel. Video supports the channel, not the channel supporting the video. But hey, weird things happen. And I do obviously greatly appreciate the support. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account. Link is in the description. It's also the same handle as the channel. With that being said, stay safe, take care, and I will catch you all in a future video, which hopefully will be soon. See ya.